Hey everybody, the Long Shot Signatures here. This is my NHRA US Nationals recap number 3. All of these are in-person successes from Saturday. Another really good day of autograph collecting. I believe it came out to be 49 autographs that I ended up getting. A lot of these were at autograph signings that were taking place around the venue. Not as many at the pits, but there were some that I was able to get. So I'll try to do my best to remember where I got each one. But we're going to go in alphabetical order like the other videos. First one is a signed custom photo of funny car driver Alex Laughlin. He is currently competing in his 5th different type of car. This year he competed in his 5th different type of car at the US Nationals. He's also raced Top Fuel. He did that last year or another year. I don't think he was at the US Nationals last year. Pro Stock, Pro Mod, and then I think another type of car. So this guy has definitely been a bit of a journeyman in the NHRA, which you don't see very often, but he's doing it in different vehicles, which is really, really cool. He wasn't giving out any hero cards this year, and only had the one chance to get them. So I still have my custom from last year that I want to get signed. But regardless, glad to at least get one from him. Then there was an autograph signing with the Toyota drivers. I think that's what this one was. So got 2 more from Alexis DeJoria. Got her on last year's custom, so you can see how similar yet different they are. The formatting's quite a bit different. I tried to make this year's look a little bit more smooth. I took out the, what division that they're in and tried to get it to where the boundaries didn't chop off too much. They did still chop a little, but not nearly as bad as last year. So she signed that and got another hero card from this year signed by her. Then I have 3 autographs from Antron Brown. He was also at the Toyota signing. So I had him autograph this 8x10 that I got printed off last year. Totally forgot to get it signed. And then got 2 hero cards from this year because I also saw him at his pit. Then got to meet Austin Prock at the John Force Racing signing. I actually thought I was going to miss that one because the Toyota and John Force Racing signings were happening at pretty similar times. I think they were just like 5 or 10 minutes off of each other. But I was very early in line to the Toyota one. So as soon as that one was over, went to the other side of, what do they call it, Nitro Alley. And the signing for John Force Racing had just started. So I got in line there. It was a pretty long wait, but well worth it. But got 2 hero cards signed by Austin Prock. Then was able to get Bob Tasca at his pit. He wasn't out signing as much this year. He did come and say hi to someone and then saw me, made the gesture of autograph, and I was like, yeah. So he walked over and was kind enough to sign that for me. But I didn't see him really out and about too much other than that. Then we were able to get last year's Top Fuel champion Brittany Force on her custom. And I think this hero card I got done at her pit. Everyone was focused on another team's trailer because they were running the engine, getting nitro all in the air. And so there was only like 5 of us meeting Brittany at that time. So she was cool enough to sign. And then this one I got at the John Force Racing signing. Got Buddy Hole again. I believe this is the last one that I got. That dude was out so much meeting with fans and signing autographs. And I think he had several different hero cards available throughout the weekend. So I tried my best to get as many signed. This one did get damaged as it got stuck to the back of another one. So that kind of sucks. But I mean, I'm going to be keeping it. So not a big deal. Then we got the always reliable, super nice guy, Clay Milliken, on the custom. And then another one of the signings. I think I went to a total of 5 signings on Saturday. Got to meet Mongoose, or not Mongoose, my bad. The Snake. Man, I effed that up. Got to meet the Snake again, and he was a little reluctant to sign two. They did ask that everyone limit their autographs, so I told him, hey, whichever one you want to sign, I'm perfectly okay with. And he actually ended up signing 3 items for me, so you'll get to see the other one later. But he signed both of those, which was super cool. Doug Kalita was at the Toyota signing, so got my custom. And then he did get a new hero card this year, which was nice. It didn't seem like the rest of Kalita Motorsports did, though. Erica Enders was kind enough to sign 2 hero cards at her pit. My goal for Saturday was to make a dent in my unsigned hero card collection. So whenever I had the opportunity, I would grab an older one and asked if they would be willing to sign both. A lot of them were more than okay. Actually, all of them were more than okay with that when I did ask. And yeah, I did not put a dent in it at all. I brought way more home than I got signed. But, you know, I tried. I at least got some old stuff signed, and we'll be able to get it out of one part of my collection. But now the binders are going to be more full, so that's fun. Then we got a hero card of Hector Arana Jr. His dad is no longer racing, but is still involved with the team. So if you plan on going to the race and you have some old Hector Arana Sr. stuff, he will sign. He's there. And then this was a signing that I didn't know was going on, and it seemed like no one else did either. I felt really, really bad. But I was trying to remember where I was walking to. But I was walking between a bunch of the merchandise booths that were between all of the nitro pits and the grandstands, and I just so happened to look over, and Shirley Muldowney has her own tent set up now for signing autographs and selling posters. I didn't get any from her this year. I've got more than enough stuff signed by her. But there was another driver that was sitting at a table, and it looked like he was just finished signing something for a kid, and, you know, high five, and, you know, have a good one, buddy, and all that. I was like, man, that guy looks familiar. Who is that? So I walked by the sign, and it was so hard to read because it was written in like a really light, dry erase marker, and it was kind of faded because it had been out in the sun all day. But I was like, okay, well, that's definitely not Buddy Hall, so that has to be Jim Campbell. So it took me a second to get this photo out, but finally walked up to him, asked him if he could sign. He was more than happy to do so. He liked the custom, and I don't think I saw him anywhere else. I don't even know if he had a pit out. I don't remember seeing him other than at that signing, which, again, it didn't look like anyone else was aware of it either. But still cool to get that. Then we got 2 autographs. Yeah, just 2 from Mr. 16-time John Force. He did not seem to be in the greatest of moods for his autograph signing, but it was pretty early in the morning, so maybe he was still just tired and, you know, wanted to get it done and over with. Can't say I necessarily blame him, but he was kind enough to sign both of those. He was definitely in a much better mood at the end of the day because I think he won the Too Fast, Too Tasty challenge that Mission Foods does. So I think he got some bonus points for the championship for that and some extra money. So definitely in a better mood by the end of the day. Another driver at the Toyota autograph session was J.R. Todd. So we got another one of his current hero cards. And I had this older one from when he was in Top Fuel Dragsters, so he signed that for me as well. Got Justin Ashley twice, once at the Toyota autograph session and another one at his pit. He used my Sharpie to sign for a few other people, so he was thankful for that. I think the first person that I met on Saturday was Lex June. I was trying to get another driver, but they wouldn't like turn around or look at, you know, the fans or anything. So I saw Lex was out signing, so I was like, it doesn't hurt to get another one signed. So got that. Then I was able to get Matt Hartford on a custom 4x6. Also got Paul Lee, funny car driver. Robert Height signed 2 for me at the John Force Racing autograph session. So got his current hero card. Saw him again later in the day and got him to sign an older one for me. And then I think I got 4 autographs in total from Ron Caps. So this one would have been from the Toyota session, and then I got another one signed during that. It was probably this one. So he signed an older one, and then I got a current one. And then he did another signing later that day with Don Perdome. So I was able to get, actually, I think I just got, no, I think I got 2. So I got this one, and then I got a dual signed, limited edition Ron Caps and Don Perdome hero card commemorating the Hot Wheels scheme that he was running this weekend. You could not get this at the pit. You had to show up to the autograph signing. There may have been other ways to get it, but from what I know, they did not make very many of these. So very, very happy to have this signed by both of them. What is kind of strange with Don Perdome's signature is that he signed most of them as snakes, just the snake, instead of, you know, Don P, the snake, and everything. So not sure what was going on there. Maybe he was just kind of getting tired of signing a whole bunch of stuff. But either way, it's autographed by both of those legends. So very, very happy to have that. Then we got Pro Stock Motorcycle driver Ron Torno, who I guess his initials spell out rat. So that is how he signs, and he includes a little tail there. Nice little detail to include. Then we have 2 from Sean Langdon, who was at the Toyota signing. Didn't see him once out in his pits. He used to be one of the most accessible drivers in the pit areas, so I'm not sure what's going on. And I walked by the pits dozens of times over the weekend, so not sure what happened there. Steve Torrance, who I did not realize would be at the Toyota autograph session. They had a little banner along the wall of all the drivers that were going to be there, and someone was blocking his picture. So I didn't even think, you know, oh, the other Toyota driver. No, I don't know the drivers and their car brands that well, but still got a current hero card. And then finally, getting close to the end, we got 2 from TJ Zizzo. So I think this is another one of his 2020. Actually, no, it's not. This is an older one. Not sure why he was giving this one out at the race, but this is an older one of his hero cards. Guess he didn't have any of the 2023s available, but he signed that one and an older one for me, which was nice of him. And I told him the story about meeting him as a teenager. I went with my mom that year. She drove us to the track. We were at his pit. He was signing some autographs for us. I'm like, man, and you started writing down your car number on the hero card, and you wrote 317. Well, that's the local area code around here, so I thought you were giving my mom your number. So he got a good laugh from that. It was nice to, tell that story to him all these years later, because I forgot to, I think, last time. But really, really cool guy. Was kind enough to sign both of those. Then we got 2 more of the Sarge. Got Tony Schumacher on an old one, which he seemed to be pretty pleased to see. And then wasn't really trying to get an autograph from him, but I figured, I have a question for him, so I might as well just, get up to him, have him sign something, and ask him while he's doing that. But I was asking if his crew chief was available. His crew chief this year is former funny car driver Mike Neff, who has been bouncing around as a crew chief for many different drivers for many different teams over the past few years, because I have a die-cast of Mike Neff that I wanted to get signed. And he said, yeah, Mike should be available after a run later today, but I didn't see Mike at all. And every time I went by the pit, I looked and I just didn't see him. So wasn't able to get him, unfortunately, on Saturday and everything. So I just kept looking and looking every single time and just never saw him. So struck out on that one for Saturday, but did make up for it by going to another signing. I missed the one for the team in the morning because a bunch of stuff was overlapping on Saturday, but I made sure that I was there for this one. The line was even longer, the sun was even hotter, but totally worth it because I got to finish the cards that I needed for the 2016 Prism set of Tony Stewart. So he signed both of these. The person in front of me actually got 3 items signed, and I almost got a t-shirt from Tony Stewart signed. So I think he would have been okay if I asked for more, but I didn't want to be rude or anything. But I handed the lady who was handling everything my 2 cards in my book, and she set it down on the table there. She grabbed a t-shirt and had him sign that, and then like handed over a flag, and he started signing that. So Tony was trying to hand me the t-shirt. I'm like, that's not mine. And he was like, well, who the hell's is it? And the lady said it was for some other girl involved with like a charity of theirs or whatever. And then he gave the flag back to the original person. She's like, sorry, your stuff got lost in the shuffle. I'm like, hey, as long as it gets signed, I'm cool with it. So he signed both of those. So Tony Stewart is knocked off on the list for my 2016 Prism needs. I have a bunch of other needs for other sets, but I am not as worried about those. I know that I'm probably not going to be able to finish those, but I want to get as close as I can with the 2016 Prism. And finally, the last autograph from Saturday, bringing it to 49 total, is Top Fuel driver Will Smith. And I did not realize this, but apparently he qualified for the U.S. Nationals this year, which is awesome. And that's his first ever Top Fuel event that he's qualified for, which is really confusing because he has been at the track several times. Like, I have several years worth of his hero cards. So I don't know if he just does the U.S. Nationals or if he travels around with the team for like anything else. But I did not realize that this year was the first time he ever qualified for a national event, which is just mind-blowing. But a lot of dedication there. I know he didn't win. I don't think he expected to, but regardless, pretty cool for him to finally reach that level of accomplishment. I probably could have had Larry Dixon sign this hero card. He's on it there on the right because he was out and about all over the place at the track. But I just never really thought about it. But still, Saturday was a fun day. Got to see my buddy from work there. He went with his fiance. They had tickets that he had gotten from her work. Got to say hi to him. And while I may have gotten burnt pretty bad by the sun, not too bad, but lots of sun at that point, I didn't get burned on the autographs or the experience. So very, very happy with how Saturday went. I have one more day of the U.S. Nationals to share with you guys. I'll do that tomorrow. And still got some TTMs to share with y'all. So that'll take up the rest of my week trying to get caught up with that. And then I got to post it all to Instagram. That's going to be fun. But thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. It helps me out a lot. Best luck with your guys' collecting. Take care.